जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरंग गांधर्विका गिरिधारी जी की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरंग शिशि राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्त्वात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरंग शिशि राधा नयननाथ जी की जय। जय श्री गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ देव की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिष्टोम विष्णुपाद परमहंस तत्र सचिशिला भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिष्टोम विष्णुपाद परमहंस तत्र सचिशिला भक्ति दैत माधव गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिष्टोम विष्णुपाद परमहंस तत्र सचिशिला भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जय। जय परमहंस शिला गौर किशोर दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय शिशिला सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। जय वैष्णव सार्वभौम शिला जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय श्री रूपानुग गुरुवर की जय। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वसदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपी गो गोवर्धन वृंदावन श्री राधा कुंद श्याम कुंदात्मक श्री ब्रज मंदिर की जय। जय श्री नवदीप धाम की जय। जय श्री पुरुषोत्तम धाम की जय। जय श्री बलदेव सुभद्रा जगन्नाथ श्री सुदर्शन चक्र जीव की जय। जय श्री वृंदा देवी तुलसी देवी की जय। जय सर्व विघ्न विनाशनकारी श्री नृसिंह देव की जय। जय श्री रावल धाम की जय। जय धामवासी भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री वृषभानु महाराज की जय। जय श्री कीर्तिदा देवी की जय। जय श्रीमती राधारानी स्वाविर्भाव तिथि पूजा महामहोत्सव की जय। जय श्री राधाष्टमी तिथि बारात की जय। जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय समागत भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर परमानंदे हरि बोल। वंदे हम श्री गुरो श्री जुता पादकमला श्री गुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्री रूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। We will sing song Radha Bhajana Jodi. Today is Radhashtami, so we sing this song. Radha Bhajane Jodi, Moti Nahi Bela. Radha Bhajane Jodi Moti Nahi Bela Krishna Bhajana Taba Akara Nagela Ata Parohitasu Raja nahi jani Radha virohita Madhav nahi mani Kebala Madhava Pujaye soagyani Radhayanadara Karaya bhimani Kabahi nahi kara Bitakar sanga Chite chasi jadi Brajara saranga Radhika dasi jadi Khayabhiman Shigrai miloi taba Gokulokan Brahma Shiva Narada Shruti Narayani Radhika Pada Raja Pujaye mani Umaramya Satya Shachi Chandra Rukmini Radhayavatara Sobe Amnaya Bani Heno Radha Paricharja Jakarodhana Bhakati Vinodatar Magoye Charana Radha Bhajane Jodi Moti nahi bhela Krishna Bhajana Tava Akarana Gela Jaya Radhe 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hari Bol, 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 Hari Bol. Today is most auspicious day, Radhashtami Tithi, appearance day of Srimati Radharani. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur, he told that this Radhashtami, appearance day of Radharani, is more important than even Janmashtami, because we belong to Radharani. Once also one rich devotee in Radhakunda, from some high aristocratic family, he was circumambulating Radhakund by doing Dandavat, and then next Dandavat, and like this, Dandavat around Radhakund and Shyamakund. So one disciple of Srila Bhakti Saraswati Thakur, he told him that that devotee has great respect for Radharani. Then Prabhupada said, yes, but his respect is different from ours. They worship Krishna. Their target is worship of Krishna. And because Radharani is related to Krishna, so they also have respect for her. But we are opposite. Our main concern is with Radharani. We are worshipping Radharani, we want to satisfy her. And because Krishna is related to Radharani, that is why we also have respect for Krishna, but not unrelated to Radharani. So that is Gauriyas. There are Vishnu and Vaishnavas, and Krishna and Karshnas, and then Gauriyas. Gauriyas, they will worship Radharani. We are pure Shaktas. There you will find Shaktas, they are worshipping Durga or Kali. They are called Shaktas. We are also Shaktas, but pure Shaktas. We are worshipping Shakti, that is Radharani, that is our main target. That is why Prabhupada said that today is more important celebration than even Janmashtami. And you will find the glories of Radharani, they are mentioned in Bhagavatam indirectly. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita, they are mentioned directly. Once I was in Slovenia and there was Radhashtami was about to come, so I asked Gurudev how we should celebrate. Then that time Gurudev told me, you have to go through this song of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Radha Bhajane Jadi, what we were singing just now. You have to meditate, you have to go through this kirtan, and then the glories of Radharani are mentioned indirectly in Bhagavad and directly in Chaitanya Charitamrita. In this way you have to observe. So we were singing, so now I will tell what is the meaning according to my capacity. That is also unlimited. Glories of Radharani are unlimited. Here Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, if in your heart the desire to worship Radha is not there or is not coming, then your worship of Krishna is useless. Then he's telling why. Like the sun. Sun is never separated from heat and light. Ata parohita. That light and heat. Without that, you cannot conceive of the sun. It does not exist. Like that, there is no Madhava without Radharani. No Krishna without Radharani. They are inseparable. They are not different. Krishna is Purna Shaktiman and Radha is Purna Shakti. Purna Shaktiman means full possessor of all potencies. And Radharani is his complete potency. So they are inseparable. So you cannot worship one without the other. Our Gurudev told our object of worship is not only Krishna and also not only Radha, but Radha Krishna. But in Lila, we are in the service of Radharani. And that kind of service to Radharani is, in Lila, is in Tattva actually highest service of Krishna. Krishna is supreme enjoyer. We are all his eternal servants. So in Tattva, he is to be served. But in Lila, if you see those who are serving Radharani, because she is serving Krishna, that is actually highest type of service to Krishna in Tattva. Then, again, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is further saying, those who worship only Madhava, Krishna, they are actually ignorant. Their conception is not proper. Like king is never alone. King means he has so much paraphernalia, queen and ministers, soldiers, everything. Without that, there is no meaning to king. Like that, Krishna is also not alone. Without potency, there is no meaning to Krishna. Without Radharani, there is no Krishna actually. So they are ignorant. Their conception is not real about Krishna. And because of their false pride, Abhiman, false ego, false pride, they don't respect Radharani. They think, why I will submit to Radharani? I will serve Krishna. That is false ego. Actually, Radharani can serve Krishna for his satisfaction. We cannot without getting service from her. From here also her name comes. In Sanskrit, the word Aradhana means worship. And so one who worships Krishna for his satisfaction, that worship is called Aradhana. And one who is worshipper is called Aradak, like Seva and Sevak. So Aradak. And if it is female form, then it is Aradhika. And if you make it short, it becomes Radhika. And more short, Radha. And then Radharani means the queen of worship. She is topmost worshipper of Krishna. No one can satisfy Krishna as Radharani can do. There are many pastimes also. We heard that when Krishna left Ras Lila in Govardhan, there gopis, they were searching for Krishna, and Krishna took in one bush, he took the form of Narayan, four-handed Narayan, and gopis, they saw him and they gave due respect. Om Namo Narayana. you respect your God. Narayan is God, so they give respect to God. But they ask him, did you see Krishna somewhere? Narayan did not reply, like a deity he was standing. Then they went further to search. But when Radharani came in front of Krishna, then he could not hold his two-handed form anymore. Four-handed Narayan, he became Krishna with two-handed, with flute, because the power of Radharani's prema is such that nothing can compare and Krishna cannot hold. Jai jatamam prapadantatam stateva bhajamaham. How one surrenders unto me, I reciprocate accordingly. So Krishna in front of Jashoda, he is always like a small Gopal. He cannot do anything. In front of cowherd boys, he's like this. In front of dasas, he's like that. And in front of gopis, he's like that. And in front of Radharani also is only that original Krishna, Swayam Rup Krishna, is only with Radharani. Radharani is Swayam Rupa. Also in Raslila, there are so many Krishnas, so many gopis. But original Krishna is only with Radharani. That is why in our Mahamantra, we are chanting Hare Krishna. This Hare means Radharani. Because Haran means to steal. And in female is Hara. And if you put in a vocative case, like calling, then it becomes Hare. So Hare in Mahamantra, in our Mahamantra, it means Radharani. He Radhe, Radhe, calling Radhe. Because she is stealing the mind of Krishna, heart of Krishna. When Radharani left Ras Lila, then Krishna also did not feel continuing. There was no interest to continue that Ras Lila without Radharani. Radharani can steal the mind of Krishna, Radharani can satisfy. So then, that is why further in Mahamantra, that when it comes Hare Rama, there is not Balaram or Parashuram or Ramachandra, no. If Hare is Radharani, then no any other avatar can come. Like we saw here, Krishna took the form of Narayan, but when Radharani was there, he could not hold. So here Ramo means Radhika Raman, Ram, one who pleases Radharani, or one who is playing pastimes with Radharani, that Ram. So in our Gauriya Vaishnav lineage, the meaning of Mahamantra is like this. There can be other meanings of Mahamantra also according to Rasa. Even those who are worshippers of Ramachandra, they can also chant this Mahamantra and thinking Hare means Sita and Krishna means Ramachandra. Because for Sita, Ramchandra is all attractive. Krishna, one who attracts her. So according to Rasa can be, or Hare can also mean Hari, in vocative case also comes. So many meanings can be, but according to our Rasa, Gauriyas, we see, we feel, we realize this Mahamantra as Radha Krishna Kirtan. So here Radhika Raman Ram is coming. You will find this explanation by Gopal Guru Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, they all explained in their book. So, those who have false ego, they will not worship Radharani. Also, Kanishta Dikaris, they have such conception that Krishna is God in this deity form to give us service, so they are worshipping, but they are not worshipping any devotee. So also not Radharani. So that is not pure. there is some false ego there, because not worshipping devotees and not worshipping under the guidance of devotees. And topmost devotee is Radharani. There is no one superior to Radharani. Rupa Goswami wrote in that Upadeshamrita that karmis, those who are doing Vedic sacrifices and actions, prescribed duties according to Vedas, they are more dear to Krishna than those who do not. Like they are living life outside of Vedic regulation. Atheists, Buddhists, other mlechas, yavanas, all those tribals. So karmis, they are more dear to him. And more dear to karmis are the jnanis, because they have no material desires. But more dear than jnanis are those who have given up jnana and accepted devotion, like for Kumaras. And more dear than such devotees are those who have love for Krishna, like Narad. They are fully fixed in devotion. And then further, there is gradation of devotees, and the highest devotees are the gopis, because they offer their whole self to the service of Krishna. In Shantarasa, there are two qualities: Krishna Nishta, Krishna Tag. Full faith in Krishna, his eternal form, and full dedication to Krishna, and no any other desire. But they will only meditate on Krishna in Shantaras. But they have no any other desire, like for Kumaras. Even if not for liberation, nothing. Then better than them are those who do seva, their dasyas, dasya rasa comes. Then better are those who, more there are those who are having familiarity with Krishna, intimacy, like friends, his friends. There is no awe and reverence. They're freely playing with him to satisfy him, even fighting with him, everything. Then better are the parents, because they serve, they maintain and chastise Krishna, do everything for him. But better than that are the gopis, who are offering their whole body, all limbs of their offering for the service of Krishna. That is supreme rasa. Of course, this is according to this neutral standpoint we are, but every devotee feels his rasa, his service or his relationship with Krishna is the best, and Krishna also feels for that devotee that is the best. He should be in this one, because there should be variety, and there is unlimited variety of Krishna Lila and Krishna Seva, unlimited. So that is why Krishna's will. We cannot judge what is good, what is not, what is superior, what is not, because everything is necessary for Krishna's satisfaction. Only from neutral standpoint we can see that this seva of gopis is the most intense. And among all the gopis, Chandravali and Radharani, they are foremost. But among them two, Radharani is much superior than Chandravali, and that is why Radharani is the most dear to Krishna of all. And because Radha Kunda is non-different from Radharani, that Kunda is very dear to Krishna. So if one will take bath in that Radha Kunda, he will get that topmost Krishna Prem, that is Radha Dasyam. But bathing in Radha Kunda, Prabhupada explained, does not mean just like physically entering and swimming there, but it means to give up your gross and subtle material identities and realize that you belong to Radharani as a dasi, her maid servant. and to externally remain seated at Radha Kunda, either physically there or in your heart, and externally chant Harinam Mahamantra, and internally assist Radharani in her service to Krishna and service of Radharani. So that kind of bathing in Radha Kunda will give you that topmost Krishna Prem, which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to distribute to all. In that way we can get. That means real snan, aprakrita snan, transcendental snan, not physical snan. So the Radharani is topmost servitor of Krishna. Only she can satisfy him fully. So we have to take shelter of Radharani. Otherwise, there is some false pride that I can do service of Krishna. So, if you want to get the ras of Braja, of Vrindavan, that is topmost. In Vaikuntha, there are 2.5 rasas. But in Vrindavan, there are 5 rasas and 7 secondary also. Like Vaikuntha is hemisphere, half. But Vrindavan is sphere, means full-fledged, full. So if in your heart you want to get that rasa, that kind of relationship, that kind of bliss, then you should never associate with such persons who are not having faith and respect to Radharani, but they are worshipping Krishna alone. You should not associate with them. Never. But if you accept as your identity, when you realize Radhika Dasi, joy, Jodi, Hoy Abhiman, if you will feel that I am Radhika's maidservant, then very quickly you can meet Krishna, means you will get the real service of Krishna. By serving Radharani, you will get real service of Krishna. Krishna will be served by that. Then you will get that highest rasa. Those gopis who came to Krishna Narayan in the following of Radharani, they also got that. So that is supreme rasa. What Radharani is tasting, because she is the most surrendered to Krishna, she is getting highest type of bliss. So those who are serving Radharani, they're also getting that quality of bliss. The Sakis and Manjaris, those who are engaged in the service of Radharani, they're also getting that. We can get that by the grace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because Krishna himself wanted to taste this. What is the glory of Radharani's love? What are the special qualities that only she realizes? Because of her devotion. She has such type of devotion that only she can realize certain qualities of Krishna. And what kind of taste, what kind of bliss she is getting, that Krishna wanted to know and to taste. That is why he came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and also he distributed that to all as most munificent, because I told some days back, Krishna is not so merciful as Radharani. Radharani is more merciful. She wants to engage everyone in the service of Krishna. She herself is canvassing, and Krishna, in the mood of Radharani, he distributed this Krishna Prem everywhere without discrimination. One who will surrender will get, but he will inspire, encourage you to accept. That is because of Radharani. So if you become Radharani's maidservant, Radhika Dasi. Of course, yesterday we heard about Lalita Devi. Lalita Devi is expansion of Radharani, one of Ashtasakhi, and she has assistants. They are called Manjaris. They are of little younger age than Sakis. So they are assisting, and sometimes Sakis, they send them to serve Radha Krishna in certain pastimes where they will also not go due to age. But young girls, they can go. There is no problem of shyness or something. So they get the highest type of seva of Radha Krishna, these Manjaris. So Rupa Manjari is the chief among all Manjaris. So we have to serve under Rupa Manjari. Like Kamala Manjari is serving Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Nayan Muni Manjari means Prabhupada. They are serving. So like that, in that Anugatya, we have to serve. In the Anugatya of our Gurudev, in that Seva, that Radhika Dasi, we are Radhika Dasi, but not direct, but Dasi of Rupa Manjari. Then that will be the highest type of service to Krishna in Tattva. Brahma, first created being and Guna Avatar, Shiva, Narad, Shruti means Upanishads, Narayani, that is Lakshmi. They all, they are not ordinary personalities. They are great personalities, all these. They think the dust from the lotus feet of Radharani to be worshipable. They worship the dust from the lotus feet of Radharani. So you can think what is the position of Radharani. Lakshmi is worshipping also. Then Uma, that is wife of Shiva. Rama, that is Lakshmi. Satya, that is of Brahma, I think, consort. Then Sachi of Indra. Then Chandra, Chandravali. Rukmini, wife, prominent wife of Krishna in Dwaraka. They are all Radharani's expansions. She is the original Lakshmi, goddess of fortune, servitor of Krishna. She's having highest quality of service of Krishna. She's original, like Krishna is original, Nandana Krishna. Radharani is original. From her, all other Lakshmis or consorts of Bhagavan, they are coming. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is begging for the lotus feet of such a devotee whose only wealth is worship of Radharani. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is showing, I want the lotus feet of such devotee whose only wealth is the worship of Radharani, Rupanuga. So this song our Gurudev told we have to go through. This is up to certain extent. Glories of Radharani are unlimited. No one can finish. Then, as I mentioned, one second, I put here. You will find our Gurudev told. Wait, I have to open this. When our Gurudev was in Moscow, Radhashtami, that time he told that he was reading one Harikatha from Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur. There, Prabhupada is telling, I found that Harikatha in Bhakti-Ritavali, and also our Gurudev used to say, Prabhupada, before giving Harikatha, he always used to take absolute shelter to Guru Parampara, to show by his example, this is most necessary. Without Guru Parampara, we cannot have actual contact with Krishna, Radharani, no one. So he was singing this song. Before this Harikatha, he was singing this Guru Parampara song, which he means it is coming from Kavi Karnapur, the first part, but second part was written by Prabhupada from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu down. We are singing in Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mission, this Sanskrit version, Shri Krishna Brahma Devarshi Badarayana Samyakan Shri Madhva Shri Padana Shri Mandri Madhavan. That Sanskrit he was reciting, taking absolute shelter of Guru Parampara. Our Gurudev told this many times in Harikatha, you have to take absolute shelter to bona fide Guru Parampara. So Prabhupada told, festival of Sri Radha, daughter of Brishabhanu, she who gives pleasure to and enchants Govinda, who is Govinda's life and soul and the crash jewel among all the damsels of Braja. Then he is telling, Lord Krishna's pastimes are elaborately described in the Paramahamsa Sanhita called Srimad Bhagavatam, compiled by Sri Krishna Dvaipayan Vedabhyas. Mysteriously, he did not specifically mention Srimati Radhika's name. She, for whom Krishna performs pastimes, who is the principal heroine of Krishna's pastimes, who is the topmost devotee and shelter for Krishna's pastimes, why wasn't her name mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam? This question may arise in many people's hearts. Also, we know that Krishna is Purna Shaktiman, Radharani is Purna Shakti. She is Hladini portion of Swarup Shakti. Sandini, Sambit and Hladini. Hladini gives bliss to Krishna and she also feels bliss, and that bliss is in devotees are getting bliss from that Hladini Shakti. So then the question is, the pastimes of Krishna so much mentioned, described, then why about her it is not specifically mentioned? Our Gurudev told there in Moscow, I will tell you something which you may not like, but it is necessary for us to know what Prabhupada said here. The answer is this. Her name was not mentioned simply because Srimati Radharani is most dear to Sri Krishna, and this truth is supremely confidential. Considering this fact, Sri Vyasadeva did not openly mention the truth of Sri Radha, who is the most worshipable object and a most rare attainment for the loving devotees of Govinda. He wished to hide her from the unqualified, ordinary audience and reciters. So there is consideration of qualification. Then he is explaining further, is it not intelligent to hide a pearl necklace from a monkey rather than to hand the necklace over to it or to him, to monkey. Why? Because pearl necklace is very valuable and monkey has no capacity to understand its value, so he will tear it up and misuse. So like that, the truth about Radharani and the gopis, that is not to be given like everywhere. That is not proper. It will be aparat. Because people will misunderstand and they will misuse and they will misapply, they will do wrong activities in the name of devotion. So that will not be good. So this we have to be very careful. Krishna Lila, even Krishna Lila, what to speak of Krishna's pastimes with Radharani, even other pastimes of Krishna, not everyone can understand properly unless they are properly trained in first 9 cantos of Bhagavatam to understand who is God, what is his potency, everything. Then they can understand that Krishna Lila is like human-like pastime God is doing, so that prema can be unrestricted, and then gopis and Vaiparakiras, all these things properly trained, then you can understand. Otherwise, this will be wrong. And there is another reason also why Shukadev Goswami did not directly mention the name of Radharani, because he is devotee of Radharani and he knows if I will say Radharani, then his voice will be choked due to ecstasy and he will not be able to complete whole Bhagavatam, but he has to speak to Parikshit Maharaj whole Bhagavatam 7 days to rescue him from that, from Maya, so that he can realize his real identity and he can go back home, back to Godhead, because that snake will bite him. And he asked, now what is my duty, what I have to do? Then Shukadeva Goswami said, you have to hear Harikatha, then you will get perfection. So he had to speak full Bhagavatam. So intentionally he did not mention Radharani, because that is so much ecstasy. He will go into Samadhi and he cannot speak. But our Guru said, we are saying Radha, 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 but no feeling is there. 1 second, I will think. So this we have to understand. So here Prabhupada further continues, moreover, it is not true that Vyasadeva did not at all say anything about Sri Radha to the swan-like devotees, means Paramahansa devotees, those who can accept the essence of Srimad Bhagavatam. As Sri Gaura is hinted at in Srimad Bhagavatam by that verse, Krishna Varnam Trisha Krishnam Sangopangastra Parshadam Sankirtana Prayer Yajantihi Sumedasaha. It is not directly mentioned Gaura, but it is about Gaura. But there is no name of Gauranga. But description is such that is describing Mahaprabhu. Sankirtana Prade Yajantihi Sumedasaha. Those who are intelligent, those who have fine intelligence, Sumedasaha, fine intelligence, they will worship that avatar who is Krishna himself, but is not black Krishna. And he's always saying Krishna, and with his associates, weapons, they will worship him with Sankirtan. So like that, the daughter of Brishabhanu is mentioned confidentially and mysteriously in Bhagavatam. So we find this verse, then our Gurudev also wrote one article in his quoting this verse, Anaya Radito Nunam Bhagavan Harir Ishvara Yanno Vihaya Govindah Pritoyam Anaya Traha. This is in 10th canto Srimad Bhagavatam, and our Gurudev gave translation by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. O Gopi, one Gopi is saying to another one, O Gopi, certainly she with capital letter, certainly she, for whom Shri Krishna had left all of us and took her alone to a secluded place, is a better servitor of Supreme Lord Shri Hari. The inherent purport is that since she is the crash jewel among the other female consorts of Shri Krishna, her name is Shri Radhika. Before I explained how this word Radhika comes. So we are not allowed to speak about Ras Lila in public, but just for explanation today on Radhashtami day, when Ras Lila was going on, that time Radharani, there Prabhupada will explain, or I can read now, 1 second, what happened. Mm. 16,000 gopis were present and serving Shri Krishna in the Rasa dance arena. By his inconceivable potency, the Lord of all mystic power, Shri Krishna, expanded himself in many forms, and by placing himself between two gopis, enjoyed the Rasa dance with his maidservants. But I told that original Krishna is only with Radharani. His Prakash expansion is with other gopis. So, seeing this, Srimati Radharani became a little angry. She thought, am I not the topmost maidservant of Shri Krishna? Can Shri Krishna's life go on without me? 16,000 gopis can serve him in every way. These 16,000 maidservants have given up everything for Shri Govinda. Their adherence to worldly etiquette, then again this we are not allowed to speak in public, they are in Parakiya Ras. You can understand Parakiya Ras. So it is not proper according to worldly etiquette and also Vedic injunctions that they should go, they are married and they should go to another man. That is not proper, but they did it. That is highest type of devotion to Krishna, so that is not wrong. Ordinary moralist, they think it is wrong, but it is not. It is the highest type of proper action, because Krishna is Supreme Lord. So they have given up worldly etiquette and Vedic injunctions, their family relationships, husbands and children also, their modesty, their patience, their attempts to please themselves, their physical enjoyments, the path of righteousness, love for their relatives, and fear of their relatives' chastisement. They given up everything this for the service of Krishna. So that is highest dharma. They are gratifying Krishna's senses with everything they possess, sarvanga. With, like Srila Sridhar Maharaj explained, with every atom of their transcendental form, they are serving Krishna. If Shri Krishna can leave all of them for my sake, Radharani is saying, then I will think I am the real maidservant of Shri Krishna. Thinking like this, Srimati Radhika left the Rasa Lila arena. This was her thinking. That is transcendental abhiman. It is for Krishna's satisfaction. Such like pride, but it is for Krishna's satisfaction. But then, when she left, Shri Krishna's Rasa Lila suddenly stopped. She, for whom everything is done, for whom the very Rasa dance pastime is enacted, and without whom the Rasa festival would not have even begun, why wouldn't Krishna stop his Rasa dance in her absence? So he showed it is all for Radharani. he stopped. Our Gurudev explaining this in Moscow, that Radhashtami, I found this Harikatha of Prabhupada. Soon, Govinda too left the Rasa arena to search for his dearest heroine. Then all the gopis said to one another, "O friend, Krishna left us and took Radha to a secluded place. Therefore, she must have worshipped the Supreme Lord more than any of us." Prabhupada further is saying, without Sri Radhika, all other gopis combined cannot give Krishna pleasure. That is why he stopped. Also during Kartik Brata, we are hearing, Gurudev wrote there, that Radharani Prema is such that millions of gopis combined, they are not equal. That is why when Krishna is with Radharani, he is more beautiful and more sweet. By seeing that, the gopis, they want to unite Radharani with Krishna. Krishna will be more happy. So, without Sri Radhika, all other gopis combined cannot give Krishna pleasure. Rather, all the other gopis are there simply to enhance the mellows of Krishna's sporting activities with Sri Radha. And then Prabhupada is quoting from Gita Govinda of Jayadev Goswami also one verse. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to relish these Gita Govinda verses, but with Raya Ramananda and Sarup Damodar privately in Gambira. Those who are eligible for that rasa, Madhurya rasa, they can do in private, not in public. If you want to show how I am big devotee, and we are also thinking I will speak more than Shukadev Goswami. Shukadev Goswami did not speak Radharani name. I will speak, I will explain everything, then that will be false pride. We will fall down, our Gurudev told. That is false pride. That is wrong. So here, this verse is there. Lord Krishna, the enemy of Kamsa, took Srimati Radharani within his heart, for he desired to dance with her. Thus he left the arena of the rasa dance and the company of all the other beautiful damsels of Braja. So here in Gita Govinda, directly word Radha is mentioned, but not in Bhagavatam, because there are so many other listeners also there. Yes. So then further goes Prabhupada's Harikatha, how also one verse he's explaining about different rasas, what I told before, and every limb, part, mood and gesture of the gopis, Sachidananda bodies, transcendental bodies, is pleasing to Sri Govinda and favorable for his service. Then he's quoting also one verse from Prabodhananda Saraswati, who in Krishna is Tunga Vidya Gopi, Tunga Vidya Sakhi, one of the 8 prominent. He wrote one book, Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi. There is one verse very famous. It explains the glory of Radharani. Obeisances to the direction that faces Sri Brishabhanu's daughter. Obeisances to the direction towards Radharani. When the breeze coming from that direction playfully moves the edge of Krishna's garment, from that direction breeze is moving the garment of Krishna, Lord Krishna, who cannot be attained by even the kings of the yogis, thinks that his life has now become a great success. Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead, no one can attain him. He thinks my life is now successful when the breeze coming from the direction of Radharani. So then you can understand what is the position of Radharani. Then Prabhupada is explaining in Dasya Rasa, who are the servants, then in Sakya Rasa, then Nanda Jashoda Vatsalya, then in Madhurya Rasa, Srimati Radhika is the topmost in her beauty, qualities, good fortune, and ecstatic love. Then he's explaining what I told before about Rupa Goswami's Upadeshamrita, about karmis, jnanis, yogis, like this. And there are other also Harikathas of Prabhupada on Radhashtami, one they put on Bibi Tirtha, but that is not same as the one which Gurudev spoke in Moscow. That is this one, which I found in Bhakti-Ritavari. Then, so we can understand what is the position. And there are some people who say that Radharani is not mentioned in any scripture. That is wrong. In Brahma Vaivarta Puran, it's clearly mentioned. Then in Padma Puran, also Ashtakalya Lila is mentioned in Padma Puran. And also in Brihad Gautamiya Tantra, this verse is there. Devi Krishna Moi Prokta Radhika Paradevata Sarva Lakshmi Mai Sarva Kantik Samohini Para. This from Brihad Gautamiya Tantra, and this verse was quoted in Chaitanya Charitamrita by Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami when he is explaining about the tattva of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He said, you cannot understand Mahaprabhu unless you first understand Krishna tattva and Radha tattva. So our Gurudev said even Krishna tattva we cannot understand. Brahma could not understand. How we can understand without surrender? So he explained Krishna Tattva and Radha Tattva. Then you can understand that how Krishna now became Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the mood of Radharani. So there, when explaining Radha Tattva, he's quoting this verse. And he's giving the meaning of these words. Devi, Krishna Moi. What is the meaning? Then Paradevata, Radhika, Sarva Lakshmi Moi, Sarva Kanti, Samohini, Para. All these words we were hearing in Chaitanya Charitamrita, you will find in 4th chapter. So that is why in Bhagavatam it is indirectly mentioned about Radharani, but in Chaitanya Charitamrita directly. There also he's saying this is not to be disclosed. But unless I tell, devotees will not hear. So only those who are eligible, they will be able to understand. Otherwise, will not be able to understand. So there he explained in detail, and also in Govinda Lilamrita, where Ashtakalya Lila is described in some detail, because no one can fully describe. We are hearing during Kartik Vrata only some brief. In brief, we are hearing those pastimes of Ashtakalila. So there Radharani is always main. Shri Radhika Grihe Gela Krishna Lagi Biro Chila Nanabido Kade Upoharo. Radharani going to her house and cooking for Krishna in the afternoon, and so many other sevas during the whole day she's doing. So in those songs we are hearing about Radharani. And also Goswamis, Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Gopal Bhatta Goswami, Jiva Goswami, they all describe the glories of Radharani, and they established her worship in Vrindavan, Radha Govinda, Radha Gopinath, all there. And you may remember in Jaipur, Radha Govinda, the deities of Rupa Goswami, the Ramanandis of Ramanuja, they challenged that king, that what is this worship of Radharani? That is nowhere mentioned in Shastra. And also you are Gauriyas, but you have no any commentary to Vedanta Sutra. So your line is bogus. That is not bona fide line. So you have to take initiation from our Sampradaya. You are bogus. Then king was confused. Then he wrote letter to Bishana Chakravarti Thakur. That time he was a Charya, prominent. So he requested him, you please come. But that time Bishana Chakravarti Thakur was old. Of course, in Krishna Lila, she is Gopi, Bishana Chakravarti Thakur Manjari, but playing pastime like old man. So he said, I cannot come, but I will send Baladev Vidyabhushan. So Baladev Vidyabhushan came there and he refuted, he showed all the scriptural evidences for Radharani and the necessity of worship of Radharani. Then they were silenced, but then they said, but yes, but you have no commentary to Vedanta Sutra. Then you know, by the grace of Govinda, he wrote that also. And in that Vedanta Sutra of Gauriyas, by Baladev Vidyabhushan, that Raganuga Bhakti is also mentioned, Radharani is mentioned, everything. Ruchi Bhakti there, Raganuga is mentioned there. From Upanishad you will find such deep explanation coming from Mahaprabhu, and Baladev Vidyabhushan wrote. So they explained the glories of Radharani everywhere. And you will find in Brahma Vaivarta Puran, in the demigods they saw. In Rasa Lila area, suddenly she appeared from left side of Krishna, that Rasa arena, and she rushed, Ra means this left side, and she rushed towards Krishna, rushed towards Krishna. That is in Sanskrit Dhavaman. So that is why Radha, because from left side she was running towards Krishna, demigods they saw. So her name is Radha. And Radha appeared from Sri Krishna, and is his non-different manifestation. Also, you will find in Srila Bhakti Rakshidhar Dev Gosai Maharaj's explanation of that verse in Gita, Aham Sarasa Prabhavo Matah Sarvam Pravartate. Iti Matva Buddha Bhajant Sarvabhavena, that verse. From me everything is coming. Aham Sarasa Prabhavo Matah Saram Pravartate. From me everything is initiated. So Sridhar Maharaj gave very fine explanation. Everything is coming from Krishna, and he is initiating everything. So it means also the worship of Krishna is coming from Krishna. That is Radharani. This is non-different from Krishna. Like our Gurudev gave the explanation, Gita, that verse, we have Prakriti and Purusha, energy and one who possesses. So like that example is given, in this body there is soul, Atma, person. So he is the one who feels pleasure, but he is serving himself through his Shakti, this body. Like that, but he's feeler. Shakti is servant, he's enjoyer, Prakriti and Purusha. Like that Krishna and Radharani, they are non-different. Krishna is serving himself through Radharani, through his Shakti. But of course here, his Shakti, Radharani, is also getting bliss, and higher bliss than Krishna. So that is why here Gurudev told is non-different manifestation. There is no difference between Radha and Krishna, they are inseparable. But there is difference also, Achintya Beda Abed. She is Shakti, he is Shaktiman, and she is servant. She is predominated moiety, and he is predominating. And before also I forgot to say that highest type of quality of Radharani is devotion is, we are hearing during Kartik Brata, Radharani is saying, Mahaprabhu was saying in Hermut, that if Krishna wants to give me distress, he may embrace me. Or if he wants to crush my heart, he wants to trample me under his feet, or he wants to give me suffering. Because my only target in my life is his satisfaction. So if he is satisfied giving me pain, that pain will be my highest bliss. That only Radharani can say, practically. We may say, but to do, that is only Radharani can say. That is why her highest surrender, excessive subservience to Krishna. The other queens in Dwaraka, they were not ready to give dust from their feet to cure Krishna's headache. But gopis, they were ready. The Narad asks you, do you know what is the consequence if lady will give dust from her feet to head of husband? They said yes, eternal hell. But we are ready for the satisfaction of Krishna, for his cure. We are ready to suffer. So Radharani also saying, Krishna may give me darshan, he may embrace me, or he may sport with other gopis in front of me and give me pain, give me suffering. Still, that is my highest bliss, because he is happy by that, and he is my only master, no one else. So that kind of quality of devotion is only in Radharani, practically. So we have to take shelter of her. Then she's getting highest bliss, and because she's doing highest service. Highest service means highest bliss. Bliss and service, they are non-different. That is not enjoyment, selfish enjoyment. It is bliss derived from service of Krishna. So if we become servants of Radharani, then you can get that highest type of service and highest type of bliss. So from the sweat pores of Shri Radharani, million crores of cowherd girls, means gopis, they are coming out, they are emanating, they are nitya siddhas. In Jayavadharma you will find. And from sweat pores of Shri Krishna, million crores of cowherd boys and cows also appeared. From Radharani gopis, from that. So then, what was the pastime of Radharani's appearance? It is mentioned in Brahma Vaivarta Puran that once Biraja, she is one gopi, she was serving Krishna separately, not with permission and not under the guidance of Radharani. So that is indiscipline. That is indiscipline. Then some messengers of Radharani, duties, they saw it. And they reported to Radharani that this is going on. She's serving separately Krishna. Then Radharani became angry. That is out of her love. And she was going there. She was very angry. This anger pleases Krishna. We have to give up this worldly anger due to unfulfilled selfish desires, like Dhruva had to give up. Otherwise you cannot worship. So here this is another type. This is love. We cannot imitate. We have to reach that platform by bhajan. Then some messengers, Priya Narma Sakas of Krishna, those who are engaged in Krishna Lila with the gopis also, they're special type of cowherd boys. They're assisting in Krishna's Madhurya Lila with gopis. He told that actually Krishna, Radharani is coming here and she's very angry. Then Krishna left Biraja, and now Biraja was without shelter. One side Radharani is coming and Krishna left her, so she's without shelter. So she left her body and she became a river. That is Biraja, river. Then when Radharani came there, she saw there is nothing. Then later, when Krishna came to meet Radharani and Sakis, then Radharani rebuked him so much. Very harsh words and criticizing, rebuking, but that is out of love. Our Guru says, is it bhakti to speak harshly to Krishna? Is it bhakti? So that is why this is not in public. We cannot say, also we cannot understand. Those who are high devotees, they can understand how this is love they are doing. So, but in order to play this pastime, because they want to appear in this world, Sudama Saka, one Saka of Krishna, friend, intimate friend, he became angry. He felt pain in his heart. How Radharani can speak about my beloved Krishna like this? And he protested very loudly against Radharani. Then Radharani became angry on him and she cursed him. You will go to this material world and you will become a demon. So he became Shankachur, demon. And this is all lila. It is not actual fall, but it is pastime for appearance in this world. Then Sudama also became very angry and he also cursed Radharani. You will also have to go to this material world and you will have to suffer the pain of separation from Krishna for 100 years. But of course you know that that is highest type of bliss. When Krishna left Vrindavan to Mathura and Dwaraka, he said, I have to kill demons, then I will come back to Vrindavan, but you are not coming. It took long time. So that time all Brajavasis, they were feeling so much separation, but they were getting highest bliss. So then also you remember that Krishna directed Radharani that you go to this world. We have to remove the burden of this world. Then Radharani said, no, I cannot go where there is no Vrindavan, there is no Govardhan, there is no Jamuna, I cannot go. Radharani is never leaving Vrindavan. Only when she is coming to Kurukshetra, only that time, but otherwise never. So then Krishna sent Brajadham, and she is queen of Vrindavan, Radharani. Everything is under her. That is why everyone chanting Radhe Radhe in Vrindavan. And then Krishna sent Vrindavan, Govardhan, Jamuna, everything. Then Radharani was ready to go, otherwise not. Then how she appeared, it is mentioned in Radha Tantra that Lord Vasudeva Krishna, he was once worshipping Jogamaya. And Jogamaya told him, you cannot be successful in this worship unless you do it with your own consort. So these garlands on me, there are 4 garlands, they are Hastini, Padmini, Chitrini and Gandhini. They are my messengers' duty. So Padmini garland will be known as Radha in Braja. So you should go to Braja and see that form of Padmini. Then Krishna came to, means that Vasudeva came to Braja, and Padmini appeared there on a reddish 1,000-petal lotus flower, but in the form of egg, and was floating in Kalindi, Jamuna. Before that, Brishabhanu Maharaj, he was worshipping Katyayani, that is also Jogamaya, for a child, for a daughter. So that time this lotus floated there, and there was egg, and Katyayani, Jogamaya, she told to Brishabhanu Maharaj, you give this egg to your wife, Kirtida Devi. So he brought to Kirtida Devi, that was in Raval Dham. There she appeared, Radharani. Raval Dham. In Gokul Mahavan, from our mat, you can walk to Raval Dham. It is not so far. We are doing parikrama by walking there. Raval Dham. In some kalpas, Radharani appeared also in Barshana, but in this kalpa, in Raval Dham. So he put that egg in front of Kirtida Devi. Then at that time, in front of Kirtida Devi, that egg burst, and then Srimati Radharani came out. Bol Srimati Radharani ki jai. But there was one difficulty. Radharani was making a pastime of not opening her eyes. So they were very sad. She was so beautiful daughter, but her eyes would not open. And Nanda Maharaj and Brishabhanu Maharaj, they are friends in Brajadham. So he invited Nanda Maharaj. He wanted to tell him that I got daughter, but she's not opening eyes. So Nanda Maharaj and Jashoda, they came. That time also they brought small Gopal, Krishna. So while they were speaking, that time small Gopal was crawling towards Radharani, and he touched Radharani. That time Radharani opened her eyes, because she will not see anyone other than Krishna. First she will see Krishna only. That was her pastime. She opened her eyes. So today is her appearance day. There are so many pastimes with her. We are hearing during Kartik Brata. She's serving Krishna 24 hours. Krishna is attracted by her devotion. And also I mentioned before that when she was a young girl, that time Durvasa Rishi came to Barshanadham as a guest of Brishabhanu Maharaj. Then Brishabhanu Maharaj, he engaged Radharani to serve him as a guest. And Durvasa Rishi, his character is little heavy, so he can eat a lot of food at one time, or he can fast also. And he's easily angry, he's jogi. So he was ordering her, I want to eat this. Then she cooked and she said, no, I will not eat. And during night time sometimes, and so many difficulty, but Radharani never complained anything. She was serving silently with great dedication. She was serving 1 month. Then after 1 month, Durvasa Rishi's heart was melted. And he said, you are good girl, so I bless you. What you will cook, that will be like nectar. It will be so tasty like nectar, and also it will increase the lifespan of someone who will eat. he blessed. In Tattva, Radharani is far superior than Durvasa Rishi, but in Lila they made such pastime because doing human-like pastimes. So she got blessing from Durvasa Rishi, and Jashoda Devi knows this. And Jashoda Devi is also seeing Krishna as her own son, not as Supreme Lord. So she wants Krishna should have long life. And she knows Radharani got that blessing, so she is calling in the morning, Radharani, you please come to cook for my Krishna. Then my Krishna will have long life. And she's queen, so Jyotila and Kotila, they are sending Radharani. Though Radharani is married there in Javat, but they allow her because Jashoda is calling for cooking for Krishna. And with Sakis, they're coming, our Gurudev also coming that time and doing his seva to Radharani there, and they're cooking for Krishna, and Krishna is very happily accepting that food cooked by Radharani, many varieties, and what Krishna likes. And then after that, Radharani also takes remnant of Krishna with great satisfaction. So the point is, in Radharani is married there, so how she can cook for Krishna? So that therefore the Jogamaya made such arrangement that Radharani can cook for Krishna, though not married. And in the afternoon also, Radharani is cooking. I sang before, Radha Krishna, Shri Radhika Grihe Gela, Krishna Lagi Birochila, Nana Biddo Kadai Upohar. From Radhakunda, Radharani returned to her house, and there she engages herself in cooking for Krishna, that sweets which Krishna likes, Amrit Keli, Karpur Keli, Manohar Laddu, and the one kind of chutney she's cooking. So then she sends through Saki to Nandagram, and Jashoda with great happiness gives that food cooked by Radharani to Krishna. That is food. Then after Krishna is eating, then is prasad, his remnant, that Radharani is taking with great pleasure. So they are doing such pastimes. So our Gurudev told, we got this Mahamantra that is Radha Krishna, but gradually we can realize these pastimes and we can get that service in that pastimes gradually in Raga Marg, not all of a sudden. We should not become Sahajiyas by imagining I am this Manjari, I am that Manjari, this is my seva on imaginary platform. That is not good. We have to do seva of Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan and chant Harinam without offenses for Krishna's satisfaction. Then that will be automatically revealed by revelation, not by your artificial imagination. That will not help you, and also anarthas will not be removed. But by revelation, through surrender, you have to reach that revelation. Then you can get that service of Radharani by the grace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So today is her appearance day. Her glories are unlimited. Only I little remembered from what Prabhupada told, what Gurudev told, and Vaishnavas, what they told, with the attempt to satisfy Radharani and Krishna on her appearance day. So I am remembering her Diti. She's like a small baby crawling Diti there in Raval Dham, Radharani, Lali. So I'm remembering her form there in Raval Dham, bowing down to her lotus feet and praying for her causeless mercy to bestow service of her lotus feet under the guidance of my Gurudev in the service of Rupa Manjari. So tomorrow we will further hear Bhagavatam. Actually, those who are Asikas, they say that every verse in Bhagavatam is speaking about the glory of Radharani. But they can see, those who are on that platform. Radhe Jayo Jayo Madhava Doite Radhe Jayo Jayo Madhava Doite Gokula Taruni Mandala Mohite Gokula Taruni Mandala Mohite Radhe Jayo Jayo Madhava Doite Damodara Rati Vardhana Veshe Hari Nishkuta Brin Dabi Pineshe Damodara Rati Vardhana Veshe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Damodara Rati Vardhana Veshe Hari Nishkuta Brin Dabi Pineshe Radhe Jayo Jayo Madhava Doite Vrishabhanudadi Navashashileke Lolita Sakhi Guna Ramita Bishake Vrishabhanudadi Navashashileke Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Vrishabhanudadi Navashashileke Lalita Sakhi Guna Ramita Bishake Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Doite Karuna Kurumai Karuna Bharite Sanaka Sanatana Varnita Charite Karuna Kurumai Karuna Bharite Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Karuna Kurumai Karuna Bharite Sanaka Sanatana Varnita Charite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Jaya Radhe, 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 Jaya Radhe. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Patit Pavan Guru Dever, Jai Dao, Karunamay Guru Dever, Jai Dao, Jai Guru Dev Bole, Jai Dao, Madhu Goswami Vishnu Pader, Jai Dao, Madhu Goswami Vishnu Pader, Jai Dao, Patit Pavan Prabhupader, Jai Dao, Karunamay Prabhupader, Jai Dao, Jai Prabhupada Bole, Jai Dao, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, Jai Dao, Bhakti Vinod Thakurer, Jai Dao, Jagannath Das Babajir, Jai Dao, Rupanuga Guru Varger, Jai Dao, Shara Gosamir, Jai Dao, Sarupa Damodarer, Jai Dao, Gaurangir Bhakta Vrinder, Jai Dao, Shri Panchatatver, Jai Dao, Shri Radha Madan Mohaner, Jai Dao, Shri Radha Gobinder, Jai Dao, Shri Radha Gopinathir, Jai Dao, Shri Radha Madhaver, Jai Dao, Shri Radha Shama Sundarer, Jai Dao, Raval Dhamer, Jai Dao, Raval Dhamer, Jai Dao, Dhambasi Bhakta Vrinder, Jai Dao, Dhambasi Bhakta Vrinder, Jai Dao, Vrishabhanu Maharajer, Jai Dao, Kirtida Devir, Jai Dao, Vrishabhanu Nandinir, Jai Dao, Abirbhav Titi Puja, Jai Dao, Abirbhav Titi Puja, Jai Dao, Abirbhav Titi Puja, Jai Dao, Radhe Radhe, Govinda Jai, Radhe, Govinda Jai, Radhe, Govinda Jai, Vrishabhanu Nandini, Radhe, Vrishabhanu Nandini, Jai Shri Radhe. Ashta Sakir Shiromani, Radhe, Brindavana Vilasini, Radhe, Kotai Go Prema Moi, Radhe, Kotai Go Prema Moi, Radhe, Govinda Nandini, Radhe, Govinda Nandini, Radhe, Krishna Mana Mohini, Radhe, Krishna Mana Mohini, Radhe, Kripa Koro, Kripa Moi, Radhe, Tomar Kangal, Tomai Dake, Radhe, Dekha diye prana rakho, Radhe, Dekha diye prana rakho, Radhe, Radhe 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 Paramadoyalu Radhe 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 Eibar moi doya koro Radhe Radhe Sebayo adhikara do Radhe Radhe Parama karuna moi Radhe Radhe Aparat kama karo Radhe 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 Jai Jai Shri 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 Radhe Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Hari Bol 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 Hari Bol. There are many ashtakas also written by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Raghunath Das Goswami. Our Gurudev used to recite on Radhashtami. We have no time now. Separately we can do Kumkumakta Kanchana with that. And also Radha Kripa Kataksha Stava by Shiva. And these Sanskrit songs, Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote their translation and with some more explanation in Bengali. In our mat, they are doing. You will find in Gita Mala, I think, or in Gitavali, songbook of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, so many songs about Radharani in Bengali, her names. In Radhashtami, they are singing from since morning. That kirtan is going on up to noon. Kirtan and Harikatha. But kirtan is very long, few hours of those all songs. So many songs for Radharani to receive her grace. Then there is this Harikatha, and then there is Abhishek at noontime. On this day, Radharani is bath, and on this day only you can see the feet of Radharani, not on any other day, lotus feet of Radharani. And there is feast, prasad, after. No fasting, because Shakti Tattva. So there is feast. And I had something in mind, I forgot. Yes, Kirtan we have to do. Bol Srimati Radharani ki Jai. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gaurango. Gandharvika Giridhari Jiu ki Jai. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gaurango Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan Panchatatatmak Shri Gaura Huri ki Jai. Jai Shri, yes, this I had in mind. There is one Radha mantra and Radha Gayatri. Like you have Gopal mantra or Krishna mantra and come Gayatri, or Gaur mantra, Gaur Gayatri. There is Radha mantra and Radha Gayatri. So that is used by Pujari when doing Abhishek on Radhashtami and for puja, for offering articles. So our Parangurudev gave that mantra in Archan Vidhi. On today's day we can use, we can do. Also during Sandhya you can do. That is of course only for those who have taken Diksha. And I heard once in private in Delhi, Gurudev gave this, means he uttered some part of this mantra to me and another devotee for Radhashtami. You can, because full is not allowed to, but he said it is written there, but only one part he uttered. So that we can do on Radhashtami, that Radha mantra and Radha Gayatri. जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांगो श्री राधा नयननाथ जीव की जय। जय श्री गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ देव की जय। जय पतित पावन शिला गुरुदेव की जय। जय शिला परम गुरुदेव की जय। जय शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। जय श्री रूपानुग गुरुवर की जय। जय श्री पंच तत्व प्रभु की जय। जय श्री वृंदा देवी तुलसी देवी की जय। जय सर्व विघ्न विनाशनकारी श्री नृसिंह देव की जय। जय श्री रावल धाम की जय। जय धामवासी भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री वृषभानु महाराज की जय। जय श्री कीर्तिदा देवी की जय। जय श्रीमती वृषभानु नंदिनी श्रीमती राधा रानी की जय। जय तादियास आविर्भाव तिथि पूजा महामहोत्सव की जय। जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय समागत भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि बोल। Thank you all. Dandavat Pranam. Hari Bol.